Welcome back to San-Ryu School. I'm, if you could tell, I'm at a train station. I didn't want to make this video on the train. I didn't want people to get alarmed, etc. I came back from teaching a class, and there was a gentleman on the train, down on his luck, a veteran, and he was walking through the train, and he stated his name, and he said, "I'd like to, introduce myself. I'm a veteran. If there's any way anybody could help me out with some change, I'd appreciate it." My heart went out to this gentleman. I felt really bad for him. How are you today? I felt really bad for this guy. NYPD. I felt really bad for this gentleman. As he was telling his story, very briefly, another gentleman on the train started yelling and screaming at him, calling him a bum, and a few other choice words that I won't repeat. He froze. Everybody on the train froze. I could not stand there and just let it happen. I saw the man the veteran was very afraid. Calmly, I walked past the gentleman who was yelling and screaming at him, had $1 in my hand, gave it to him, and said, "There's nothing wrong with you, sir. You're down on your luck. We've all been there. It's okay. Here you go. Here's $1. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. You don't have nothing to apologize for. It's all right." The other guy is still screaming and yelling, carrying on like a fool. He says, I'm going to get off at the next stop. I said, okay. He got off at the next stop. And I was looking to see if that other gentleman was going to get off the next stop. He didn't. But he started staring me down. I guess because I came to the other gentleman's aid. I came to the vet's defense. Started cursing at me, going on and on. I just stood there, didn't say anything back to him. And he carried on, and he started getting close to me. Now, I'll put in the picture here, I had my walking stick. Simple walking stick. When he started coming closer to me, I don't know if I have some place to stand this up. But basically, the point I'm trying to make was I got into a defensive stance. I just looked at him and said, "Don't come any closer to me." Wasn't threatening him. I just stood in a defensive stance and said, "Don't come any closer to me." He, at that point, started to turn around. And I figured, okay, it's over. He's going to walk away. Him in his mouth. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a knife. I said, well, here we go. Now there's passengers on, like myself on the train. I didn't want an altercation with this gentleman. But at this point now, I felt my life was threatened. I stayed in my defensive stance. I looked at him and I said, don't come another inch closer to me. Back away, put the knife away. You don't want this. Still cursing and screaming and blah, blah, blah. But he realized that maybe, I guess the stance I took, the defensive stance I took, that I know what I'm doing. And I wasn't going to let him harm me or anybody else on the train. So he said, okay, I'm going to put the knife away. He put the knife in his pocket. He started backing away, but his mouth kept going. First off, I am not advocating any altercation with people. I'm not telling you to go out there and, try to be the defender of people. But at the same time, I can only speak for myself. I would not allow that to happen. I could not allow that gentleman to bully and or threatened my life. He pulled out a knife. The gentleman got off at that following stop. But as he got off the stop, he stood out the door.
Your safety is important to us.
Oh, hold on. Your safety.
Platform edge, especially when trains enter and leave the station.
Like I said, I'm standing my ground, and he got off the train. He started screaming and cursing. "Come on, get off the train!" Oh, do a lot of things to me. I says, "Yeah, okay." I says, "Have a nice day."
Attention, everyone.
Well, they didn't applaud me, the people on the train. I wasn't looking for an applause, but a bunch of people, guys tip the hats and went, "Oh my God," "Thank you." Look, I'm not doing this because I want to thank you. I'm not doing this because I want an applause. I'm not doing this or saying and telling you this story for any reason except to be aware. We're not aware. I'm not putting down our transit system. I love riding the trains. I've been riding trains my whole life. But we have to be aware of things. The first day of spring came and passed. We're not wearing jackets as much. Well, today we are, it's a little chilly. But the warmer weather comes in. God forbid that gentleman with that knife had went to try to cut me. At least I'm wearing a jacket and my skin, protect my skin a little bit. I've put out videos, and one of them was the last legal implement you can carry. You can take it on a train, a plane, you can go anywhere with it. Be aware of your surroundings. Right? Don't think, because I've heard this so many times, please don't think that it's not going to happen to me. I'm not a tough guy by no means. I'm not trying to say I'm a tough guy. But I got sort of a weathered look to myself. I've been told sometimes I have a scary face. And if this guy was willing to come at me, what makes you think he's not going to come at you? Be aware of your surroundings. Watch who's around you. One of my videos, like I said, I put out the cane, the walking stick, the last legal implement that you can walk around with. Check out the video. Check out my self-defense techniques. Look, I said this before, I'm not trying to become a YouTube superstar. I'm here and I'm doing these videos because I'm here doing these videos because I want to spread awareness. There's not enough of it. We're too wrapped up in, and yes, these phones. People are, as I'm standing here shooting this video, all I see is people looking down at their phones. They're not even looking where they're walking. We become detached. We really even communicate anymore. It's just, how can we text fast enough? We're too consumed by these devices. There's a time and a place for them. If someone is stalking you, following you, etc., you're never going to know. You're too concentrated on this box in your hands. So please, like I said, the warm weather is upon us now. Be more aware of what's going on. I'm very happy to say that nothing happened. The gentleman walked away. As a matter of fact, just very quickly, I can actually put the phone. I have a little place where I can stick it, stand it. Hope you can hear me and see me. And I was just standing there like this, and like I said, when he came at me without that blade, I just went here. That's all I did. Defensive position. Just stood there, stood my ground, looked at him and said, "Don't do it. Back away." Taking that relaxed stance, just being on guard. Hit that knife away. Poke up at him. Hit him in his leg. Anything to deter him from attacking me, or anybody else on the train for that matter. Like I said, I didn't want to provoke anything. I just stood in a defensive stance and said to him, just put the knife away, get off the train. That's it. I kept the same level as this gentleman. I didn't yell and scream, jump up and down. I just kept the same level. Okay? You don't antagonize, you don't try to outdo someone. Kept the same level. Voice, standing. Thank you, gentlemen. Just kept the same level. When he realized that I wasn't messing around, he stopped. He put the knife in his pocket. Now, I have to go one more step with it. His eyes look like this as he's telling me all this stuff and F you and blah, blah, blah. And he's, I'm going to cut you real good. So I'm sure that there was other situations going on in his mind, in his body. But this is where I say that awareness level. When somebody starts to yell and scream for no reason, just because somebody simply asked if you have any spare change. That's sad. Just because this gentleman was down on his luck. I'm going the wrong way. You don't put somebody down because they're down on their luck. Our world's a rough place right now. There's a lot going on. So, like I said, disclaimers. There was no altercation, thank God. Nobody got injured. The gentleman got off the train. And we all get to go home safe. Please be aware. Please check out my videos. If anything, just gives you insight to what if. That's my concern, the what if. Again, welcome back to San-Ryu School. I hope you're having a better day than I am right now, even though my day is not so bad. Hope you're having a great day. We will see you all soon. I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. You can do anything. Connect spirit, mind, and body. Magic can occur. Have a great day.